welcome. I am Gina Bulow coming to you live from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And happy Sunday. It's Sunday, right? Yes, Sunday. And I had a few technical difficulties getting on, but we're on, we're going. So when you pop on, say hello, tell me where you're coming from. Today is a busy day here for me. We're starting off this morning with the Reindeer workshop, which I'm so excited to share with you guys. You guys have no idea how exciting these kits are. There's so many possibilities, and I know that they're geared towards scrapbooking, but they really are ideal for cards too. For those of you beginning and maybe just starting out with your card making journey, they come with everything that you need beyond adhesives and things like that. But it's got basic cardstock. It has, I shouldn't say basic. It has a two-tone cardstock. It has DSP stickers with sentiments and things like that. So it's really great for those of you who kind of just want something that's all together and all included in one. So I got on a little late this morning, so I won't jabber on too much, but good morning, Sandy and Trisha. Welcome, ladies. I'm so happy to have you here. And I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who has ordered kits over the last month. I just spent the last week and a half cutting and prepping kits for classes, and I've got everything all shipped out. Everything's being delivered. Those who have porch pickup for things, they are here at the Hive. So thank you so much. This has probably been my biggest month that I've had. So yay, we're growing. So how exciting. So how do the workshops work? The workshops come in a kit. I have my extra pieces here. They come in a kit just like this. Good morning, Maria. Like this. And Stampin' Up! Has them geared towards scrapbooking, right? And they create 6 beautiful layouts. They come with these instructions to make your different layouts. What my job is that I decided is that I wanted to show you other ways to use the kits than what they're intended for. Hello, Janelle and Leanne, welcome. So that's what I'm doing. Now, these are considered a product-based class. The product-based class means that you need to place a certain order with me to get the kit. Now, I shouldn't say to get the kit. You have to have this kit. Whether you order it from me or you have it at home already, you need to have this kit. Now, the bonus with ordering it from me and placing order is I will also include gems and ribbons and extra cardstock, die cut pieces, envelopes to make these additional projects. So you're getting additional product from me. So this is how the kits come. They come with these instructions here that show you how to make the kits as they are seen by Stampin' Up! And then included in the kits is a little bit different. There are certain DSPs in here that are not in your traditional DSP packs. So we have this Reindeer, and I believe this one is included in the DSP pack for this set. So we're using the Reindeer memories. So it has this DSP, these two, this one. Now this is a different one than what we have in our regular Reindeer DSP pack. This is a bonus, and I believe this red and white is a bonus. Okay, then it comes with these pieces that we can cut out and use. So they're just little elements like this. And Stampin' Up! Has them actually for what project that so they're all labeled on here for what we want to do. So it includes that. It also includes the two-tone cardstock. So one side is darker than the other. So we've got some garden green, granny apple, real red. They've also included some, I don't know if this is Willow White or Whisper White. We got a couple sheets of that in here, along with some two-tone Pool Party, some vanilla, and then we get this sticker sheet in here. And we're also get these like cardboard cutouts. So this has the word joy, and it looks like a little bit of a house, or I think it's a house. So it comes with this, along with these picture holders here for you to, while you're designing, to place. So this is what I use all the time when I'm designing, is I use these and I place these throughout just to kind of see how I want my pages to be as I move forward. So I'm gonna set those aside, and what I plan to do eventually, once I get a laminator, is I want to laminate them. So with the kit that I'm making today, I actually, out of just one kit, I used, so I have everything that I made, right? And then I cut a second kit for myself. So I basically used one kit. I had to pull a few pieces of the DSP out, but I basically used one kit to make 2 of these. So that's how much you can get out of one workshop. So we've got 6 pages and we have 5 cards. So, all right, let's get stamping, right? So this kit is a little more expensive. So with this class, you need to place a $75 order with me using my host code to get the extras. Okay? So you guys will have until, what is today? Today is the 17th of November already. Oh my goodness. So I will give you guys till Friday. If any of you would still like to get kits, to place an order with me this week, and you'll get the extras that go with this. So I'm just gonna put this aside. Okay, flip you guys around, and here we go. So our first page we're gonna do, I figured you guys really liked that I did the pumpkin with scraps last month for the scrapbook class. So I thought I would bring in a Christmas tree for you guys. How fun is this, right? So we've got our tree made out of scraps. So the only thing that didn't come, so I added some soft seafoam strips, and this DSP is actually part of the Reindeer DSP. So it's separate from the pack, but I'll include that in. And with this kit, you do have to cut your DSP from your kit, okay? So we're gonna use a piece of the white cardstock from our kit. Bring that in, and then I have all my strips cut out already, so you guys don't have to watch me figure this all out. So you're gonna get this pack. This pack includes some mats and extra die cuts. I have lots of die cuts in here, and that's included with your kit. I'm just looking for my stem for my tree. I guess I wasn't as organized as I thought I was. You guys ever have that? You think you're organized, you've got everything together, and then you can't find pieces. And that is what I'm running into. I can't find my stem this morning. Well, maybe this is it. No, it's not it. Okay, so we're gonna just cut a piece out. gosh. Nothing's worse is when you're on camera and you don't have all your pieces together or your ducks in a row. All right, it looks like, so they only gave you one sheet of that brown DSP, and I've used it completely up. So we're gonna continue without our stem. How about that? So we're just gonna put our tree. I'll have to figure out, oh, I can use some crumb cake here. All right, so it's a 2-inch piece by 2.5. Okay. Whew, good morning, Carissa. So when I cut this paper, I cut a 2-inch strip. So this was 12 by 12. I took a 2-inch strip off the side here. So that's gonna leave you with this 10 by 12 piece. This 10 by 12 piece is gonna go on a whole nother layout. So you'll have that strip and then you'll have a little bit extra from that strip. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by kind of laying out my pieces. I'm gonna start from the bottom and work my way up. And they basically I start with a 1-inch. So all these are 3/4 inch strips, okay? And then I go to 2 inches, and then it's every 1/2 inch till I get to 9 inches. Okay, so I laid my first strip down just to kind of see where I want, you know, the center of my tree stump to be. So I'm gonna go up right about here. So like the pumpkin that we created, we used different shades of orange and petal pink. So pumpkin pie, petal pink, and Cajun craze. So now we're just using different shades of green. And this is the 2-tone garden green. And I'm not putting things necessarily on here straight, because that would bother me then if it wasn't, you know, completely perfectly straight. So I am placing them a little bit crooked, kind of going back and forth on here. So anyone have any big plans or did anything fun yet this weekend? Anyone going to craft fairs or doing craft fairs? It's crazy how the holidays are kind of here already. And these two on my page here, yes, they're the same. So I'm actually going to slide this one over a little bit, but I'm going to cover it with my red photo mat, so you're not even going to see that. But it was a strip that I had, and it was perfect for it. So ooh, Carissa's heading to Ohio For vacation, I assume this is hockey, right? This has got to be hockey related. I think I saw you post something out there as to what's happening in the Ohio area. My daughter and I yesterday, we had a chance to, I guess I haven't been to Target since in a while, and we took the opportunity. We had no guys with us. It was just the two of us. And we just perused the aisles, and she had a Christmas tree for her bedroom that she wanted to decorate a little bit different. She went with, she's kind of into this gold and white and neutrals kind of stuff right now. So that's what we're going for. And that's what we're gonna, I guess we're gonna do our Christmas tree kind of like that this year. We're kind of gonna keep it kind of natural. I'm gonna throw some branches in there, and oops, I forgot one in here. We'll just lift these up. We'll see. Kids are pretty excited this year to have Christmas in our home. So most of you know we've lived in an apartment, so they're very excited to have all that. They've actually done more decorating around the house than Mom has, so I've been too busy stamping away. Krissa, yes, hockey weekend for you. Well, have a fabulous time, girl. Are you all moved in and feel settled yet, Carissa? Okay, so here's a question for everyone. I've been asking this a lot. When does everyone put their Christmas trees up? What is your holiday traditions as far as that goes? Okay. So now we've got our tree together. Yay. Janelle had a football banquet, but you've seen a craft show down the road from there, and so we'll stop by later. We'll have fun with that. I wanted to get to one yesterday. We had a local greenhouse that had one, and I got sidetracked at Target too long. So needless to say, like I said, we perused the aisles. We had fun. We were probably in Target for like an hour and a half. So that was a good time. Okay, so here's our tree. Now we have to bring in some of our pieces here. All right, where'd I put my bag of cutout pieces, guys? Here it goes, I put it back. Okay, so we need the red pieces that I cut. I must have been putting stuff away yesterday as I was cutting it, because I'm telling you, I'm missing more. Oh, and I know I cut these pieces, so I don't know what I was doing last night. Obviously not paying attention. Do any of you have that? You start to cut pieces for things, and then you pull your scraps out and things like that. This is what happens to me. I pull my scraps out and things like that, and they're kind of all over the table, and then I cut them, and I go to pick them up, and I put them right back where they're stored. Let's see if Christine can save me. She can. So these mats here, now I don't always do mats for all my pictures, but for most of them. So these are going to be for 3x4 pictures. So I cut my mat at 4 1/4 and 3 1/4. So Crystal says she's all moved in, but not all unpacked. Oh, I get that. I have stuff that I haven't, and we moved in February. So just the nature of it, you know, or you get to things like I put all my Christmas stuff in an area, but I have yet to look at it or how it survived while being in storage for 5 years. So I'm popping these up. And I'm just going to put it on our tree over our stump a little bit. I'm gonna go like this. Oh, I gotta move it over just a little bit more. I should probably put this one on first. And then put this one on. And I'll put this one a little bit lower than that one because we're gonna put that deer there. Okay. Then we have a piece of, now you have 2 options here, but I felt like just having this blue here. So, okay, this is what I was originally gonna do. I was gonna put this Christmas cheer on here like this, but I felt like it kind of got a little, I don't know, like there was too much white space or something. I wanted red. I wanted more red on here. Anyways, so you could use this if you wanted to, but I also cut out this die, and we're gonna bring in our red ink. And so these are the 2 stamp sets that coordinate with this. This is the Reindeer Fun, and it comes with the set of dies. So you get dies to cut out all these pieces, and then there's a few extras like for presents and things like that. And then this is the Memories and More one. So I wanted to stamp this Festive Memories, all of this stuff. I mean, this is geared more towards the scrapbooking as far as stamps go. These are very large stamps, but these 2 are smaller, and this would make a really great background. This is to put dates and stuff, and so lots of fun things. And Janelle, you have an auction on Thanksgiving weekend, so I will see if I win before putting anything up. Oh, how exciting. What's everyone's Thanksgiving plans? Anyone, do you have any traditions on Thanksgiving weekend, or what are your plans for the holiday? You do need a bigger block for all of this. We will be headed out to the farm, and it will be a day filled with fabulous food and lots of game playing. The kids love to play games. Chris, Tyler, and the youngest, Bertram, Tom, they're very competitive. So we get out the games, the board games, and after we've all rested a little bit from eating all that fabulous food, of course. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that on here. Like I said, if you don't have this stamp set, or you don't have a different stamp that you'd want to put in here, that's okay. You could use the Christmas cheer. This was just an option, and I wanted to show you guys, I wanted to feature this stamp set. And then we'll probably eat some more after that. So it'll be a good day out at the farm for us. So before I do that though, there is this really cute snowflake stamp. So you could use any snowflake stamp set that you have. And I just want to take some Pool Party and stamp some snowflakes onto our background, just so that there's not so much white space. I'm not a big fan of a lot of white space. That's just my personal preference. Some people like the white space, but like I said, it's not my favorite. So I'm just going to stamp some on, stamp some off. And like I said, you can use any stamp set that you have at home. Okay, so we've added some snowflakes. We're going to hear our sentiment. Now, you do go through a lot of dimensionals when you're scrapbooking. I like to add dimension to my pages. I don't, that way they don't look so flat in the book. Okay, so we have that. Another option, if you want to save some of your dimensionals a little bit, is they make those foam sheets out there. You can get them at any craft store, and add some glue to them and cut out a piece that fits the back of your, let's say, your matted photos or any large pieces if you don't want to use as many dimensionals. That's an option for you. They come in big packs of, I don't know, 50 to 100, and they come in all different colors. I don't want to lose any pieces, but... So we're going to make a bow. The bow comes from the Peaceful Evergreens stamp set. I'm just trying to find all my little pieces for it though. Okay, so you have this little square, these two pieces, and this piece here. And I need a red present, a green present, that, and that. So we'll tuck this all back in our little bag. Now, if you also don't have this reindeer set, that's okay also. You could just put little eyes on here and you would be done with that also. Okay, now to make this bow, what I do is these two pieces here, I actually want, so you're making this bow right here on the top, okay? So I just want to give this a little bit of a bend. So I take a pencil or a marker or whatever you have to give it that curve. It'll bend easier and your cardstock will not crackle as much. And then all you have to do is I use glue dots on the ends. You have these kind of like two circles here, and you glue them together. Whoops. And then attach it to the center of your ribbons here that are hanging. And you just stack them on top of each other like so, and then you top it off with this cute little square in the center. So just like that. And then course, we'll put some glue dots on the back of our bow, and we'll add that to the top of our Christmas tree. And I'm going to bring in my mama and baby here. And what I do for my stamps like this, especially that when they have all the detail, I will actually ink them up like this. And I've shown you guys this many a times. Oh, good morning, Miss Mary. How is everyone doing in Michigan? Mary was at a retreat in Michigan with Jeannie Parker and the gang out that way. So hello, ladies. And then what I like to do is I just like to hold it above. Sometimes I think it's easier to do it this way than to try to see through your block. That's just me personally. And there we go. Now my antlers aren't perfect, but I'm okay with it. So for these, we have presents, and we're gonna put these little ribbons or bows and this one, it's made to go this way on, no, it's for this one, but I only wanted the bow part of it. So what I did was I cut these extra pieces off. I took a little bit off of the bottom so that I could hide it behind our present. So I'm gonna pop these up. I have dimensionals everywhere. So one here and one over here. And take our glue dot, add our tiny little bow. And then, of course, we'll finish off. Oh, I gotta put my holly on yet. Next weekend, we have a lot of craft fairs going on as it becomes Widows Weekend. All the hunters will be out hunting and the women will be out shopping. So I'm hoping to hit a few next weekend. So there we go. We've added our reindeer. We're just going to add our berries to our holly. Add some dimensionals, because everything's better when it's popped up, right guys? we're just gonna pop that. Like that. There we go. Page number 1 is done. Then we're going to bring in this page here. And I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to be doing some free cutting here. So we have this piece of striped paper, right? So we're going to fold it on a diagonal. So we're going to make a triangle in half. My table's almost not big enough. And I'm going to take my bone folder so that I can get a nice line here to cut on. And I would prefer to use bigger scissors to do this, but I didn't bring any of those along. So I'm just going to use these and cut right on that score line. I do not have a cutter that's big enough to cut this. There we go. So we have 2 pieces now. You're going to set one aside because we're going to use them on 2 different pages. You'll need a piece of the two-tone Pool Party. So this comes in your pack. And we're going to adhere this on our sheet like so, okay? And you can pick whichever side you want for your two-tone. I didn't really look at it. I just grabbed it. There's a lighter side and a darker side. So whichever side. I don't find with your lighter colors that there's that huge of a difference, but so there we go. We added a little bit of texture to our page. We're gonna bring in 2 of our red mats. So this would be for your 4x6 photos. So we're gonna have one go this way and one go this way. So these are 1/4 of an inch bigger. So 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Sorry, I popped up on my seat here a little bit. I was falling off. Like that, and okay, running low on glue today. Let's hope I can make it through. Like that. Okay, and then we have a piece here. I believe it's 3 inches or 3 1/4. And we have this note sheet that comes in our pack here. So you could write some notes. This is where you could put, if someone had a Christmas list on here, you could do that. You could write names of the family on here. All sorts of different things that you could do. And there's also this piece here, okay? So we're using these two pieces from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this to the top. So I'm just going to put a little strip of glue here. And it's not a perfect fit. Right here, you're going to have overhang of this by just a little. See how that goes past our red? Just center it the best that you can. Okay, so we have that. So just added a little something extra. And we're going to adhere like so. And then of course, don't forget to wing Stella your things up here. So we have this piece of greenery here, and we have a little wreath inside. So I'm actually going to take our wreath and I'm going to cut it in half. And then we'll use some glue dots here. We're spreading this wreath, the love of the wreath, out here. And it's just gonna go on the top of our wreath like that. I do the same thing with the other side. Okay, and this is going to go the top of our page there. So we'll bring in our small dimensionals for that. What's everyone else doing today? I have tomorrow's morning create, so I will be prepping for that tomorrow. I'll be live again, but I'll be live at 9 o'clock again. Okay. Then I'm going to put this at the top of my page. That's a little crooked. Looks better. And so you guys will get 2 different ribbons with this set. You're going to get the pool party that has the little white pom-poms, and you're going to get some of this beautiful twine. I love red and white twine. I love twine. Linen thread, twine. I love it all. And you'll be getting some rhinestones. And you're gonna get some of these lovely ladies. I've been like not using mine at all because they've been on back order for so long. Just for this project in particular, I've saved them for. So oh, coming from Illinois, Nipper Crafting. Nipper, what's your first name? You have a baby shower. How exciting. Now, did you make something, like hand make the card or gift for your baby shower? Okay, so we have a cute little double bow. Now you could add some peppermints. On your wreath. Okay, and this is going to be easy. We're just going to glue this down. Like so. That, and then we have our sticker sheet. I don't have enough space up here for everything, guys. So we have our sticker sheet here. We're using this guy from our sticker sheet. These dimensionals just want to stick, or I should say the backings want to stick everywhere. Okay, so we'll put this down in the bottom. And of course, I want to add a little bit of something that looks a little bit plain. So we're going to add some snowflakes. This is where your stamping can come in with scrapbooking. Just adding those few extra, touches, just by adding something simple like some snowflakes, a sentiment. They go hand in hand. So there we go. We've stamped some snowflakes just to give a little bit of something to our page. We added some dimension by adding a wreath and some greenery. And like I said, we have those peppermints and rhinestones that will get included with your kit. And you can add those wherever you would like. So page number 2, done. Okay, so our other sheet that we're going to use, we're going to pull out a piece of the Whisper White out of our pack. And that's where we're going to put our other diagonal that we cut. So I'm going to put that in this corner, like so. Now, depending how you arrange your pages, you could actually do this the opposite of what you did on the other page. I didn't have these lined up so they would be next to each other, so I'm okay with them being in the same corners. So there we go, just like that. And then we have some Granny Apple. See, I have dimensionals just sticking to my hands. Once again, 4x6 pictures that go on your mats. Try not to get glue on the parts of your mat that you don't want glue. I almost just did that. So roughly there. There. And down here on the bottom. Okay, so that's really simple, right? Then we have this giant Christmas tree. We're gonna pull in this giant Christmas tree. I love these really large elements to add to pages. And I love when I lose things. Where's my girlfriend Bonnie? She's always telling me where my stuff is when I lose it. Okay, my bumblebee scissors went somewhere. I don't know. So here we go. I'm going to cut my edges up a little bit here so that I can use them more. Anyone and their families have any traditions for Thanksgiving? Do you guys do you watch football? Do you decorate the tree that day? Play games? I like to play minute to win it games too. That's a fun one. We would do that with my dad's side of the family. All of us cousins and our kids are all roughly around the same ages, so we're pretty lucky there. So we'll play minute to win it games when we get together for Christmas anyways. Okay, so we're just gonna put our big tree and center it down here. And then more presents. And a star for our tree. So we've got a gold star for the top of our tree. And I'm missing, well, I'm not missing, but looks like I am missing one part of my present. That's okay. So we're going to take this guy, and he's going to go like this. Add a dimensional to our star. You could also, if you didn't want the white star, I die cut these stars. This is from the Merriest Tree set, but you could also take a marker and color the star too if you wanted the star to be a certain color. So I'm going to glue this one flat. Here. We'll add our bow. Looks like this bow went on a little crooked. That's handmade, right? Handmade love right there when it goes on crooked. Put our other present here. Now we'd adhere this blue piece onto our red present, but it's missing. So Trisha, you guys watch football and play cards. Awesome. Now, when you play cards though, do you guys bet money or you guys just play cards and all is good? Like, how serious are you guys with your card playing? Okay, here's our third page. Really simple. really easy, but adding those extra things, and like I said, you have rhinestones, you have peppermints, you could add some snowflakes around this tree. You could also take some of like your garden green or soft seafoam and add a shadow behind your tree also. Okay, so really easy few layouts here. This is our next layout. So you need another piece of 12 by 12 white. And this is where those cardstock pieces are going to come in handy. So I believe this is a 10 by 8 piece. Yep. Yep, so we have a 10 by 8 piece here, okay? This is where we're gonna bring in this really cool pool party ribbon that has the little pom-poms on the edge. And we're gonna have a piece that goes, so we're gonna make this a big old giant present, okay? So one that goes this way, and one that goes that way. So you need to adhere your ribbon before you glue this down. I had this extra piece here. Will it go? Oh, look at that. It goes all the way across, guys. I'm so excited. I forget what I was cutting this for, and then I messed up, and so this is perfect. Okay. Maybe we gotta move this over just a little bit. Okay, so what happens with this is we're gonna put 3 by 4 photos in our little present. So your photos will go like this. So you'll have 3 photos that you will be able to put in here. Just like that. So it'll be wrapped in a cute little present. So absolutely love that idea. Okay. So now we can adhere this piece down. How many of you have these kits at home and have played with them? I am very excited for what is coming our way. For those of us who are demonstrators, one of the perks of being a demonstrator is we get to see product early. So last week, Wednesday, we got to see what is coming out for Sale-a-bration. And as most of you know, Sale-a-bration is probably my favorite time of year because when you spend money, you get free product. So Trisha says, just for fun and breaking rights. That's awesome for when they play cards. Sale-a-bration is the best time of year because you get free products, whether it's stamp sets, DSP, whatever. ribbon. So Stampin' Up! Offers these things with a purchase that you can get for free. And I'm very excited to see what is coming out. There is a kit, and this will be the January kit that we will be playing with. I think it's called Wildflower Birthday or Celebration. That's going to be the workshop kit for that month, and I'm very excited to play with it. So they're going to be, that kit is actually going to be set up kind of like these kits came out with, where it's a bundle. So you're going to have a stamp set and dies. And, well, actually, this one's a whole suite. So you're going to have a stamp set, dies, DSP, ribbon, and gems that all coordinate with this. Then they're also going to introduce a pack in January. That will be the DSP, and they'll have a sticker sheet with it. And that's what they did with this reindeer pack, I believe, and the snowy fun. There was one for the autumn. So they did that with a lot of the things, where they had a separate DSP pack that you could get a sticker sheet with. So that's all coming to us come January. We will officially see what's coming out for the scrapbooking world in mid-December, it looks like. So I'm very excited to see how much they're going to expand on their scrapbooking things as we move forward. As you know, a lot of us know that this was kind of a rush deal. So this was an unplanned adding to the scrapbook world that we have. Kind of was a last minute idea. So okay, so in your little kit that I've cut for you, you're going to have 2 trees, and I've embossed them. I used the plaid folder and the, I think it's called So Swirly, in this. You're going to have some stars to put on your trees. So what I did, of course, we're popping things up. So we'll add dimensions or dimensionals to all of this. Does anyone have any questions in regards to these kits and how they come? Or any scrapbooking questions in general? Is anyone using the kits just as for card making? I know Sandy, she said she bought the kit from me, the Halloween kit from me, just for the cards. So she's hopefully going to have fun with that set. Are you guys sick of looking at me put dimensionals on the back? I should almost pre-put some of these dimensionals on so that you guys don't have to sit and have me watch me take all these dimensional backs off. Okay, now I kept the eye dot on until I was ready for it, so I didn't lose it, because there's a good chance I would lose it. So I'm gonna just bring our joy down just a little bit. We're not putting this on straight by any means. I said it's more just kind of here to add a little title and also kind of fill in that white space for us. And if you don't like the white space either, you could always do some sponging or use your blending brushes or add more DSP. Bring this in. Now I can bring my die. And I actually saved this brown piece. I didn't end up using it, but yeah, you could definitely use this as a mat or put something over the top of it. Make a big present out of this too. So don't throw that away, because you never know what you might decide you need that for. we go. I'm gonna have everything stuck to me. You're guilty. You bought it just for cards. There is nothing wrong with that, Sandy. But thinking about getting into making some for your daughter, what a great gift to give someone. Okay. Phew, I got all those dimensionals off. All right. So I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to lay my tree down first. Not my tree, my house. Now, yes, my house is smaller than my trees and my deer, but you know, it's the whole idea that you're out here in the woods with some deer and whoa, and some trees and just out enjoying the beauty of nature. And we'll bring my trees in. And yes, we're covering part of our house. Oops, I was supposed to put this tree down first, guys. There we go. Okay, gonna add our stars. There we go. And then we're using up our sheet here. So we've got mama and baby here. And then things are falling, guys. Okay. Then we have this cute little cardinal. We're gonna bring him in also, or her. That there, and we'll add some dimensionals to our cardinal. And he's going to be floating up here on top of the house, headed towards the trees. And then we need to make a bow. We're making a fairly large bow. I believe I made it this size. So your two longest pegs here. Probably the largest bow I've ever made on my bow maker. And we will put that right here to finish off our present, and then your pictures go here. Super simple, easy. You know, I love that a lot of this is done, you know, for you. And of course, with all this being done, you're just putting your pages together, gluing things down, makes it really, really simple. Okay, we're down to our final 2 pages. right here. So that brown piece, this is where we're using that extra brown piece. Remember, we took 2 inches off to make our stem for our tree, and this is what was left. So I'm bringing in a piece of vanilla. You're not gonna see it, but you are gonna use it to adhere all your strips to. Okay, so we've got a piece of vanilla here, and we got 2, I believe these are 1 inch by 12 strips. We're gonna put those on first. Has anyone gotten any snow yet where they are? We have not yet. We've been lucky. We have not seen any snow yet. Now, I'm not a snow fan, but I do feel like, I don't know, there's something magical about having snow for Christmas, and I don't know, I guess I've always had snow growing up where I live, so here in Wisconsin, I can remember, I kind of, you know, this is kind of sad, but it's kind of funny how stories go from generation to generation, and of course, when I was a kid, and my parents and my aunt especially, she would crack us up because we did camping when I was a kid, and us kids would go sleep in a tent and the adults slept in the camper. Okay, so now we have our piece here all lined up, and she would always tell us how, you know, you walked uphill, you went downhill, just to have a hot meal for lunch at school. And, you know, later you find out really the hills you went up were the ones, you know, on the boulevard or whatever that were, you know, but they could touch the power lines and stuff like that. She would always tell us, you know, just to have a warm bowl of soup for lunch, and then go back to school. And later on, you know, as you grow up and you realize that, while you know where they live, you know, and my dad grew up on like 6th and Park Street, so if you're from Fond du Lac, you know, there are no hills there. So they had to be, you know, the snow drifts and things like that from whatever, you know, from the plows or whatever, but you know how they just exaggerate those stories. So it's just funny to look at that. And now I tell my kids kind of these stories of, we were like the Griswolds growing up. It was a big thing when I was a kid, and we had contests going on around town for the houses. You got prizes for being a house that, you know, they had like the top 10 houses in the town, and then you voted, and those houses would get a prize of some sorts or whatever. And so we were like the Griswolds. So Thanksgiving weekend, we didn't really do much for Thanksgiving. So we spent our entire weekends, or those 4 days, just decorating the outside of our home. And of course, we had to have hot cocoa breaks and things like that. And yeah, and now we've hardly had snow for Thanksgiving lately. So, you know, it's just kind of funny how those stories from generation to generation kind of go. And so it's just fun. So anyways, here is another one of our dies, or I guess I want to say it's the paper one. It's not the sticker sheet, so more of like the ephemera pack. So we have this big title right here. All of these pieces here you're going to have to cut. These are each 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and this comes out of your two-tone cardstock. So as you can really see, this is a great way to see the color difference. And the red especially, you notice it. And there's with our garden green, okay? So you're going to cut out 6 of these, and I cut, you know, 2 of each color out. And I got a little bit ahead of myself, but I used this long border sticker. So it's right down through here. And I actually put it on, and I should have put this on first, but I didn't. And then there's a little bit extra here, so I'm gonna just cut it off like that. Put my extra piece down here in case I decide that I want to use it. So our title can go in through here, so we'll pop that up. We're popping everything up, guys. So no snow. And Sandy doesn't want snow. Sandy. And it depends where you live. You just, it's kind of crazy. We've been in other states, and, you know, to see that you don't have the equipment, you don't have those kinds of things in some different states because you don't get snow. So it's very interesting to see that. And okay, so we've got our title here. Looks pretty centered. Now we are going to bring in our pieces. And I like to alternate them, so and you can pop these up. I'm going to glue these. I popped them up on my other page, but I am just going to glue these. And I like to do my outsides first and then do my center one. That way things are spaced a little bit better. Or it helps me space things a little bit better. How many of you like playing with this two-tone DSP? Has anyone played with it yet? That is actually going to be my technique class for the month of December. I'm gonna show you different ways to use this cardstock. Okay, we're gonna bring in our sticker sheet again. We're gonna bring Mama and Baby in. We're gonna bring a holly leaf, and we're gonna bring this little piece in here. So this piece here is just going to get tucked under. We put it on a little crooked, so it's gonna get tucked under like that. We'll bring in our holly berries. And that's gonna go like that. Now we got Mama and Baby here. We're gonna bring in a little baby tree. Right here, and we're just gonna glue this one down. And put that right there. And we're gonna pop up Mama and Baby. Wait, I'm gonna have a dimensional mess to clean up. So there we go. And then I'm gonna bring in this little tag here that says family time. And there's several of them. There's good times, merry, merry, ho, 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 better together. So it just depends, I guess. These are little tags that you can add at the very end, depending on where you decide to place your photos and stuff. Okay, next, fairly easy again, okay? Remember, these come out of your two-tone paper, so you'll have to cut those yourself. Okay, and for our final page, we need another piece of our 12 by 12 vanilla. Okay. And then we need 4 strips of DSP that measure 3 by 8. So I took 2. Trisha, you love ripping the 2 sides and having that white edge. I do too. We're going to do some sanding with it and show you some other ways to do that also. So we're going to have 4 strips, and I just alternated them, and I like these colors together, so that's what I went with. And these will go all the way across, so they'll butt right up to the edge. And remember too, if you want to use different color combinations and things like that with your kits, and by all means, please do. And what I would love to see is see you guys post this on my Facebook page. Go to Glitter and Ink with Gina. This is my Facebook page. Go to Glitter and Ink with Gina. Make sure you're following me there, because that's where I keep everything updated. But I would love to see what you guys have been creating. So how about we have a prize? How's that sound? Who likes prizes? I'm going to post this video on my Facebook page, and in there I want you guys to post what you guys have been creating. A little bit of a winter challenge for you guys, and it doesn't necessarily have to be cards or even scrapbook pages, but if you've been creating something at home, any craft project, I would love to see what you guys are all creating, especially as we get towards the holidays. And there are so many great ideas out there for gift giving. So that is my challenge to all of you, is to post what you guys have been making. Okay, so we're going to take, I'm going to say like 25 inches of our twine here. We're going to double it up and put it at the top edge of our paper. Now, Trisha, you says you haven't tried sanding after embossing. If you're using the two-tone paper and we're using more of the, like I use the polka dots for the Halloween kit, the two-tone paper in that, and just embossing it kind of gives it like a crackled look. It's actually really, really cool, the look that you get when you emboss this. The white definitely comes through on its own, but yes, totally sanding it would make it show through even more. Okay, so I've doubled it up. Make sure it's not too twisted up. Flip it over. Now, I know this was a question in one of my, my card buffet class that I did. And I do have kits left if anyone is still interested. I'll take a look and see if I have those cards here. I do have a few kits left, so if anybody wants those, please reach out to me. I don't wrap. I try to save ribbon. You would go through a lot of ribbon if you wrapped it around completely. So I save ribbon by doing this, and a lot of you know Christine does that also. This is how we save on ribbon, is we don't put it all the way around the back. We just wrap two pieces together, and then you get a pretty look like that. Okay, so for this one, I have, these are going to be 3x4 photos again. So they're going to lay something like that. And we've got a green tree, or two green trees, a granny and a garden. We're going to put our holly up there. And we'll bring in one of our stickers here in a moment. So are you guys excited about these workshop kits, or do you still feel a little uncertain on how to use them? What do you think? What are your thoughts on these workshop kits? I like that it's nice that everything is all together and everything coordinates. That is probably my favorite thing about Stampin' Up! Is I love their coordination. I love how things coordinate and go together. Now we are also going to make a bow to go underneath our holly. Make a double bow. I think I made it a little bit bigger. Okay. So we've got our bow here. We're going to kind of put this off sideways on here. And then we're going to do it like so, like that. So we got a little texture behind our little holly. Janelle, you're hoping to do each month. That is awesome. Like I said, and there are so many options with these kits. They're not only to create what they've created, but there's so much left over with these kits to create so much more. Now I'm pulling extra white and vanilla out, but if you had white and vanilla, you wouldn't need to use what's, you wouldn't need a second kit then. If you had white and vanilla, and you don't have the second or sticker sheet, but there's just so much. Like, we don't use all the elements in just the scrapbooking, and I think by the time we're done with our cards, we don't even use all of the elements in just our cards. So, but we use most of it. And the ones that we do have left, they're simple ones that could be added to any page. And the nice thing with liquid glue is you do get a little playtime with this. Okay, so now we're going to put our trees down. I'm gonna glue one, pop one up. Which side do I want? You can use either side of these folders on your projects. Okay, so we're gonna place it like that. So we've got our two trees, right? Then you have these two banner pieces here, this red one and this garden green one, and we're gonna layer them on top of each other. Okay, and that's gonna go over our trees, and I'm going to put a few dimensionals just on this side because the other tree is popped up already, where this tree is laying flat. And then we will bring in this one. Are anyone counting how many dimensionals I use? A lot of dimensionals, guys. And I'm going to pop our deer up to give that a little bit extra dimension on that side. There we go. Cute, right? And I ran out of stars, so I have one little star in here. I can put on a tree. Oh, here's that piece I was looking for, I think. So I'm actually going to just take and put it on this tree here, and then there'll be stars for those two trees. And then we have this cute little tag that says, "Love this." And you might say, why are you putting all those dimensionals not in the garbage, Gina? Well, the garbage is pretty full over here, and I'd rather pick them up off the counter than off of the floor. So, so I'm going to just tuck that so it goes under that picture there, and there we go. We have all of our scrapbook pages done. So I'll bring them in one more time to show you guys when we're all done. So who's ready for some card making? So for all my card makers out there, this is your time. I've got one really fun card to show you guys. It took me a bit to figure it out, but I got it figured out. So I think we'll do the fun card first. How's that sound? So here we go. We got kind of like Dutch doors going on, right? And then we have this cool accordion that opens up like this. So then your card can sit like this. Isn't this cute? So you fold one side in and then the other side. Cute, right? Okay, so this is our first card. And this one has lots of little pieces with, I shouldn't say lots of little pieces, just lots of pieces in general with it. Okay, so what I did here, I'm going to show you. This is a 5.5 by 9.5. Oops, something fell, guys. So when you put this together, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So when you cut this, on the 8.5 side, you're going to cut it down at 5.5, and then you're going to have this 3-inch piece left. Don't throw this away. This is what you need. So you only have a tiny little scrap of red that's left over. So what you're going to do is you're going to score at a 1/2 inch and at 2 5/8. So you're going to have a 1/2 inch here. Score it. I've already got this scored, and then I flip it over to find my 2 5/8. Okay, score, and then we flip our piece over and do the other side. So 1/2 inch and 2 5/8. So you're gonna do that on each side. Okay, so you have this. This piece measures 3 by 10 5/8, and you're going to take and score this on each end at 2 1/8 and 4 1/8. No, 4 1/4, guys. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. You're going to flip it around and do it the same way on the other side. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. I better change that on my notes. Okay, so that part is done. Hello, Polly. Okay, you're going to bring in your bone folder. Score on your 2 5/8. I shouldn't say score. Burnish your edge on your 2 5/8. Now this 1/2 inch piece is going to get folded the opposite way. Okay, so bring that piece in. Bring your 1/2 inch piece and fold it the opposite way. Now you do have a slight gap. That's okay. Okay, so we have that, right? So I'm going to take and fold this piece in and this piece out. Okay, and then fold in the middle again and fold this piece out. Okay, so here's our piece. And then it folds in like this and this, and when you close it, everything should line up pretty good into a rectangle. It might be slightly off, but it's handmade, guys, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, so using your cardstock from your pack, our middle piece is a traditional mat, 4 by 5 1/4. Are these reindeer cute? So now, for those of you who are local to me, I have just added scrapbook classes in person. And because our group is a little small, so after this, so at noon today, so I've got like a little over an hour here to finish up. At noon today, I will be hosting this class and the November scrapbook class in person today. So for those of you who are looking for in-person classes, I've got them for you now. Okay, so then we have some brown scraps here. They're gonna go like this. And if you don't like the color combinations that I have, feel free to put whatever combination you would like. Okay. So this is the inside of our card. So now we're going to fold our panels in, and I've got some Christmas lights to go on the outside. Okay, so our basic card base is done. Now we're going to bring in these pieces here. So we've got some red polka dots we're going to put on our ends. Okay, and then I use the Christmas trees on this panel. Okay, now this is our little itty bitty sentiment area. We're gonna put our reindeer together. I just love this reindeer. He's so easy to put together. I was worried when I first saw this that, oh, we were gonna have to like die cut out the nose and the eyes and all this, but I love, love, love how this layers. So here you're gonna put your white over your espresso, and then we have crumb cake as our third layer. Isn't he adorable? Adorable. Okay. So he's gonna go on this left panel, and I am not going to add any dimension to this just because we are ready when we fold these 4 pieces together. That adds a lot of dimension already, so I don't want to, like if you're mailing this card, I don't want this to become excessively bulky. So I just tuck my deer inside of my wreath a little bit, and he's all glued down, okay? Now for our inside piece, Christmas is better together. Just fits on the inside. So that's what we will do. We will bring in garden green. So you have to use a really small, even though this is a big sentiment, this is only, I think these are 1 7/8 by 2 3/4. So they are fairly small. And we're just going to stamp that like that, okay? And we'll adhere this to the inside. Like that. Okay, so here's the fun part. Now, this is, I don't want these extra flaps showing, so I'm just going to eyeball. If you want it more perfect, you could make it perfect here. Line this up, center it, you know, and you could put a pencil mark here, a pencil mark here, and do the same on this side. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm okay with that. You only need a little strip. So I'm just gonna make a panel like that. And then we're going to cut this off. So we're making just a little tab here. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna place this on here. It looks like my tabs are covered. That's what I want. So you're going to put glue in your center panel and then on your 2 tabs like that, okay? And we're going to center this. The best we can here. And just hold it down like this. And you want to make sure your liquid glue is dry before you fold this, okay? If you try to fold this before your liquid glue is dry, your pieces are going to come off, okay? So then we have this. So this one's dry. I'm going to fold this side in, and we fold this side in. Isn't this cute? Oh my goodness, I just love it. And we could add a little bow to our reindeer. So we'll do that. We're gonna set this one aside so that it dries, because I can see already that it's not wanting to stay together quite yet because it's not dry. We're gonna add a little baby bow here. And let me tell you, I was sweating that card just a little bit. I had trouble figuring out the dimensions of it. But once I got it, it's actually a really easy card. The hard part is figuring out how it all goes. Once you get that figured out, it's really easy. Oh, the hands are just not working, guys. Okay, let's try this again. And then I just like to put it off to the side like that. I don't know why I like it off to the side, but I just do. And there we go. Isn't this cute? Okay. All right, so that's our cool fun fold for today. And then I've got some simpler cards. And a lot of it uses the pieces that are in our kit yet. So we'll bring in this card. My tassels are all wonky. There we go. So here's our second card. We have a piece of crumb cake. I had a piece of 1-inch GSP left over, so we're gonna bring that. I cut out a garden green mat, and then we have a piece of Whisper White over the top of it, embossed in the Snowfall Sky. So this is the great part about the kits is, you know, it comes with different sentiments and things like that for you to keep it simple. So I have this 1-inch strip by 5 1/8 probably. We'll center that, or center it the best we can. Okay, and then this can go down. I cut a stitched square out of my mat using the Stylish Shapes. And then we have this square from this sheet. So what we have left that I don't use are these 2 tabs, which would be perfect to stick on top of a picture or pull a tag out if you wanted, and this piece here, which could be stuck under a photo also. So I do not use those 3 pieces, and I did not use this Christmas cheer, but you could definitely add it to any of your pages. So that's what's left of these. So now we're going to add some dimensionals. That hot mess of stuff going on. Okay, so I have my thing on square. I'm going to put it on so it looks like a diamond on here. Okay, and then we'll pop up some more. Put that on there, and then we have our joy. So here's our joy circle. That'll go in the center of our diamond. And then I cut out some jingle bells, but they might have fallen. We'll see if they landed with another card. They did. Okay, so these cute little jingle bells are from the Reindeer set. We'll just kind of offset those like that, and then add a cute little bow to the top. Like I said, you'll have gems that you can add wherever you want onto your pages, but just to save time today, I'll just add my gems later. Gotta make sure I run on time so we can get set up for the in-person class today. So they're really simple, easy card. We'll stamp our inside, I think. May all your days be full of cheer. Or we'll just do Merry Christmas. Uh-oh. My Merry Christmas fell out. So we'll stamp that. Oh, will you lift it up so you can see the bells? Here you go, Janelle. There you go. There are the bells. Aren't those cute? We'll put Merry Christmas in here. And I love this little tree in this set. So I'm going to do the tree, but there's jingle bells. I should have stamped it in. Oh, we could do this. Okay, we'll do something different. I'll show you these jingle bells. They'll be stamped in green. Look at that. Aren't those bells cute? I just love them. Okay. So this is card number 2. Simple, easy. Okay, card number 3. We're gonna make a little bit of a present. Look at that, isn't that cute? Okay, so we have a piece of DSP traditional mat, 4 by 5 1/4, and then we have our little sticker border. So I'm going to use that for our card, and I will place this in the center. Like so. We'll cut that off. And then this other piece will not be centered. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it where it's gonna be more towards the end, so slightly right of the center. So it's gonna be actually more centered with our tag than, so as you can see here, I centered it to be more center of the tag than center of the card, okay? So we'll have a little piece of that left. So we'll adhere this on here. So then we have 2 tags here. So we're gonna layer them like this, so you don't even see the holes, because we're gonna cover them up with a really big holly. So we're gonna stamp Christmas is Better Together. You could stamp whatever sentiment you would prefer, but I love how this filled up this label. Are any of you crafting alongside me this morning? Anyone stamping while they're watching me? And then we'll flip this over and we'll add some dimensionals. And I am staying away from this area because that's where our holly will be. Okay. Like this. And here's our holly that we use. So it's this big holly that's in here. So if you want quick and easy cards, using these sticker sheets works great for that. So like that. And I will bring in our bow. And I will make a double bow to go in the center of our, all I can say is thank goodness for bow makers. I don't know how I would make all these bows if it wasn't for this thing, even though some days my hands don't cooperate with me very well, but so there we go. Card number 2, we'll just do an inside here. Christmas is better together. And may all of your days be full of cheer. Now I'll bring in my little tree here. I don't know why, but I love this cute little tree. Okay, so out of the holiday catalog, what is everyone's favorite stamp sets? Do you all have favorites that you like? Problem is I love them all, but I've had a lot of fun being able to use in the different workshops with these, different ways to use the reindeers and things like that. It's really getting me to use my stamps by adding those extra elements and dies and so here we go. Card number 2, all wrapped up in a nice little gift. or number 3, sorry guys. Card number 3. Okay. Card number 4. Look at this guy. Super cute. Okay. So, crumb cake must have been the theme. I just felt like I needed to break up the green and red, so I threw some crumb cake in all my bases here, it looks like. Okay. We have a traditional matte piece embossed in the Softly Falling. And not Softly Falling, that was an older folder. Let's see, it's a Snowfall Sky. So we have that goes here. And then this is one of the cuts. Now, this die here, I found this out the very first time I did it, does not cut out the square. It just cuts out the circle and the greenery part. So you need to make sure that when you cut this out, that you cut your own square, or it does not cut out, it just cuts into the paper like this, okay? So we have this piece here cut out, and then I brought in, so I think, let me see what this is. Oh, this is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then I did this one at 3 3/4, so that it just fits underneath this piece, okay? So there we go. And then I'm going to pop this piece up. And this will go towards the top of our page. Like that. So we're going to leave a little white border going around. We're going to take our twine, my favorite twine, and that'll go over, just lay over the top of this green piece here. I might have to take out the vacuum just to clean these all up, guys. Anyone done Christmas shopping on here? I just want to know the amount of hands that are done already. Or maybe you have a really good start on your holiday shopping. Anyone? So I want this to land on the green piece. So it's going to lay over the edge there. Like so. Now we can adhere this to our card, but make sure that it goes on. Your card's facing the right direction. I know I have made a few trick cards in my life where, they don't always open the traditional way. I should have pre-made some of these bows, huh, guys? So next month's kit that we will be featuring is the Snowy Wonder Kit. I'm not sure if that's quite the name of it. I know the stamp set that it coordinates with is the Snowy Wonder. So that'll be next month's kit. Okay, so now we're going to take this Mary, Mary, Mary. This is our sentiment for the outside. We'll put that on the bottom white down here. And then we have this beautiful deer. That we will pop up. And he'll just be tucked into our little forest right here. There we go. How cute. I just love, love, love these. And we'll stamp our inside. How many of you are done with your Christmas cards already? Anyone? So I'm doing the same thing I did on the last card. And then we're down to our final card. So there we go, got that. Okay, final card. It's gonna be this guy. Real simple, really easy. And this is where I added the peppermint candies. Aren't those cute? I just love the peppermint candies. Okay, so we have a piece. I'm going to bring in my scratch paper here that is full of dimensionals. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to take my white piece here, and with my pool party, oh my goodness, Polly, you have your Christmas cards. They've been finished for a while now. Oh, congratulations, girl. That is a big thing to have knocked off your list. Anybody else? So we're bringing in our pool party, and we're going to stamp some snowflakes on the back of our white tag here. And I'm okay with leaving this open a little bit here because we're going to put some Christmas trees there. So we're going to hide a lot of that. And then we'll bring in our espresso. And I have one deer here left. There we go. So we have 2 trees left on our sticker sheet. So we'll use those 2 trees, and then you still have, you have a strip of this left. You'll have the circle with the present on it. Got a couple presents here. Better together, good times, ho, ho, ho. So you still have a few sentiments left that you can either put on your scrapbook pages, just add them, you know, once you get your pictures in. Oh, and you got these 2 hollies. So you could add those in too, or create more cards. So there are options here. Okay, so my first, I probably should have waited. Okay, so we're gonna glue these 2 pieces together here. Okay, so that's onto a piece of Pool Party. Okay, so our first tree will go down like this. And then I'm going to pop up my second tree. And it will go like that. And then, of course, we'll bring in our deer and pop them up. And I will add a little glue to the bottom of their legs. I think you guys saw me do this and the other ones, but in case you didn't, I do that because I feel like their feet need to be a little more grounded than their bodies. So it's just a weird quirk of mine. You know, things got to be grounded. I know that's something Chris and I, when we would stamp, like there's just certain things, or I wouldn't put a bow over here because I feel like, you know, you got a bow coming out of the deer's butt, you know, just those weird quirky things. Okay, we have our card base, another piece of crumb cake. Okay, our mat is a piece of the DSP. So 4 by 5 1/4, and I've got another strip of this red and white polka dot. So we'll put that on the center. Like that, okay. And then before we put this on, I'm going to take a piece of my twine, cut it, and wrap it around that strip. Okay, here's a question for you because I'm going to be baking soon. What is everyone's favorite Christmas cookie or candy? What does everyone like to make? I make peanut butter balls. That's probably one of my kids' favorites, or some of you know them as Buckeyes. There's something about peanut butter and chocolate that's magical. And my kids love the Oreo truffles or Oreo balls, whatever you want to call them, where you crush up a package of Oreos and add some cream cheese to it, roll it in a ball, and dip it in white chocolate. Those 2 are probably their favorites. Of course, then we've got to have some cutouts. And it's more about the decorating of those cookies. Okay, and then we have our piece here that we've got all decorated already. So we will pop that up. Like that. Add a double bow. I usually spend a whole day baking when, I should say a whole day, a whole weekend baking is usually what is dedicated to baking. I actually get together with the Bertrams, and some of them come, they're gonna come to my home today, or this year, and we're gonna make as many cookies, truffles, dip, pretzels, whatever as we can in one day, and then I'll finish up with my family another day. Sometimes their friends come over. You know, they reap the benefits when they come over and help. They get cookies. Okay. So, here we go. Here's our card. Here's our peppermints on here ready. We'll do the inside of our card. And I think we will do, may all your days be filled with cheer, and then we'll add some snowflakes. I probably should have stamped my snowflakes first, because I stamped in red and that can transfer, but oh, maybe we'll just stay away from the red. So we'll just do a snowy border up here on the top. Whew, that was a lot, guys. Did you guys, thanks for staying tuned with me this whole time. We've been here for a good couple hours, but we have made so much. So we've been here 2 hours and almost 2.5 hours here. And we've gotten 6 pages done and 5 cards done. How amazing is that? Okay, so I'm gonna bring in a few other things to show you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm stiff from sitting in the chair. So in person today, we have 2 classes going on. We have this class, and here is the November scrapbook class. This class will be live on Wednesday. For those of you that still want kits, you can get kits until next weekend. So reach out if you would like kits for this. You can also get the reindeer kits. The reindeer kits will be available until next week, but you do need to place a $75 order to get the extras with it. Here is my current host code. So let's bring in all of those cards that we just did. So here was our fun fold. So here are our 5 cards. That we made. So we've got these 5 cards. Okay. And then here are our 6 pages. So here's page, we'll say 5 and 6. So we're going to go a little backwards here. Two and 3. No, 3 and 4. Sorry guys, numbers are hard. And this is 1 and 2. So we made all of that today in just almost 2.5 hours. So like I said, these kits will be available to order. The extra pieces come with it, ribbon, gems, all that good stuff. Next month we will be playing with the Snowy Wonder kit. In the meantime though, if you guys have any questions about these kits, or if you have problems putting your kits together ever, please reach out to me and, just send me a message. Hey, I'm struggling with this. I'm always there for you guys if you need the help. I appreciate you guys showing up and being here today. It's so much more fun when doing it with others, and even though you're not here with me in person, it's still fun to sit and chit chat and hear what you guys are all up to. And I don't know, it's just so much fun, and I really enjoy this, and I can't wait to bring you more, and I can't wait to show you what is coming with the new catalog. Crazy to think a new catalog already, but before we blink, all the holidays will be over. So eventually this group will be private, I think, just to give you guys a good feel of what I'm doing with these pages. Our next class will still be live, and then this will move to a private group. So you will need to have purchased the kits from me or place that order with me in order to view the videos and get the tutorials and things like that. So that's what we'll be doing moving forward. And like I said, as of now, we've got a small community around here who's interested in scrapbooking. So I will be in person scrapbooking again, and I will be doing the workshop kit and the workshop kit and the monthly scrapbook class. We're doing in-house in the Hive, and so that's kind of new for me. Sherry, you're asking if I had considered a Zoom class scrapbooking. No, I guess I've not considered that. And do you feel like that would be different than being live? I guess I'm curious, because all this stuff is new to me, and I'm always open to learning. I'm slow at learning, especially when it comes to technology, but I'm definitely open to ideas and what you guys want to see. I try to prep stuff a little bit ahead of time by cutting pieces and stuff, but would you guys prefer to see me actually cut the paper all down and do all that? I just figure I'm doing 2.5 hours of crafting with you, and I know it's hard to sit and watch all of that. And I know a lot of us, you go switch the laundry, you're writing bills, you're cleaning the house, and maybe watching or fast forwarding, whatever. So I am open as to how you guys would really like to see some of these classes go, especially this workshop class, as we're kind of just, this is all new. This is all due to Stampin' Up. It's new to many of us here as to how they're doing things, and I'm sure we'll see some changes as we come along. Now, there will be another January launch. We'll find that out in December, and then we'll see what's all coming for, I believe, probably January to April. Once again, there will not be a catalog for us to have. It will be online again. And what I did was I just printed my catalog off. That's just what I did. So moving forward, I think that's how it's going to be for January. And then I think we will start to see it coming into the annual catalog when the annual catalog is introduced in April, May. I forget that, they've changed all these dates and stuff, but I'm pretty sure in April we'll get pre-order, or the end of March. Yes, because on stage is in March. So we'll actually see, those of us who are demonstrators and able to make on stage, we'll actually have our catalog in hand come mid-March already. So it'd be very exciting to see, if they'll be adding more now that they've had a little more time to work at some of the scrapbooking stuff, if they'll introduce more things, or if we're just going to see kind of the workshops and the how they're going to do the two-tone paper, because there was talk that maybe we will see every Stamp It Up color in the two-tone paper by the annual catalog. So we'll see. Lots of exciting things happening in the company as far as the scrapbooking world is going. They're really trying to expand that. So I think over the next, few years, we're really going to see a lot of maybe changes and new things, and they may be changing up how they do things based how things sell. They had to start with a starting point, and I think, we're going to see lots of changes with it and how well it's doing and how it's selling. So anyways, that's kind of what I know. And like I said, I still have those classes available. Oh, let me step away for 2 seconds. I believe I have some card buffet kits left over. So if anyone would like card buffet kits, they're $30 plus shipping, and these are the 6 cards you get. So you're gonna get this one, card number 1, card number 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this? I did all these cards so long ago, it seems like. And 6, okay. Just making sure I've got the same 6 cards. So these 6 cards are still available. I have kits available. If you would like them, please reach out to me. I have a few kits left. So you can always find me on my Glitter and Ink page. Please like and follow me there. And don't forget, I place a challenge out there. I'm going to post this video later today. And I want you guys to show me what you're creating, what you're making. And those of you who post, and it doesn't matter what it is, anything that you've crafted, whether it's a wood project, cards, scrapbooking, it can be whatever. Maybe you're making some ornaments for the holidays. I would love to see what you guys are crafting. So I'm going to ask you as a challenge to post what you're creating at home, and I will give you guys a couple weeks to do that. So we'll give you till, let's say Thanksgiving weekend. How's that sound? And then we will do a prize. How's that sound? Who loves prizes? I do. So we'll do those prizes. So like I said, you can still order the November scrapbook kit. You can still order the reindeer kit. And I have some card buffets left. So reach out for any of those things. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on, you can email me at ginalbulo@gmail.com. And the current host code was listed on my sheet. You can call me at 920-251-3618 also. So that's how you guys can get a hold of me. Whew, we've done a lot today, a lot of stamping. We've been here for 2.5 hours. So thank you all so much for sticking with me today. And I think this is my last video until beginning of December. So I hope you all travel safe for Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat lots of good food, pie, turkey, the whole 9 yards. And I will see you in December for December Technique. Our class we will be working with the two-tone paper, and I will show you different ways to use that two-tone paper, and we'll do a little bit of sanding. So I'll show you some different techniques with that. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate all of you for joining in and supporting me in this journey. So thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we'll see you in December. Bye-bye.